Hello friends, welcome to UPSC Logics, and in this video we shall have a look at some of the important vitamins. We shall have a look at all the fat soluble vitamins which are A, D, E and K, and water soluble vitamins, so we'll cover all the B vitamins and C vitamins. We shall also know about the diseases and the food sources which are related to these particular vitamins and what is their function in the body. So without wasting any time, let's begin. So before we start with vitamin A, which is also known as retinol or retinal, let us have a look at the water soluble and fat soluble vitamins. So if you have a look at this picture, A, D, E and K are fat soluble and B and C are water soluble vitamins. So if you can remember this picture, you'll never get it wrong. A, D, E, K are fat soluble and B and C are water soluble. Then there are certain things to know about vitamin A. These are that vitamin A are fat soluble vitamins and therefore need to be consumed with fat in order for optimal absorption. And it is an essential vitamin required for vision, gene transcription, boosting immune function, and great skin health. A deficiency of vitamin A can lead to night blindness and increased viral infection. So this is what a picture with a person with a deficiency of vitamin A looks like, and the diseases which are caused are night blindness and keratomalacia. Then the food sources are sweet potatoes, carrots, dark leafy greens, winter squashes, lettuce, dried apricots, cantaloupe, bell pepper, fish, liver, and tropical fruits. So if you have a look at this picture and try to get it into our minds, carrots, papaya, squash, apricot, broccoli, peaches, fish, eggs and cheese, sweet potatoes, pepper, avocado, mangoes, etc. are all good sources of vitamin A. In fact, a question that can be asked in the exams are or is about mangoes and what is it a good source of. So it is a good source of vitamin A. So let us have a look at vitamin B1, also known as thiamine or thiamine. And before we move on with vitamin B1, let us have a look at all the other vitamins that are associated with vitamin B. And B1 is known as thiamine, then B2 is riboflavin, then B3 is niacin, B5 is pantothenic acid, B6 is pyridoxine, B7 is biotin, B9 is folic acid, B12 is cyanocobalamin. And these are the 8 essential vitamin Bs, and they are often referred to as B complex vitamins. And the job of the vitamin B is basically to convert the food that is carbohydrates into fuel, that is glucose, and this fuel is used by the body to produce energy. So vitamin B basically helps in helping the body to metabolize fats and proteins. So what are the diseases caused by the deficiency of vitamin B1 or thiamine? The first one is beriberi disease. So this is a picture of the beriberi disease and this is what it looks like. So you can remember easily. Then there is another disease what is called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. So this is a brain disease and it is generally caused due to chronic alcoholism, polished rice and or post-gastrectomy. And this affects all the regions of the brain more or less. So this is quite a complex and dangerous disease. Then let us have a look at the food sources of vitamin B1, and these are fortified breads, cereals, lean meats, milk, egg, cauliflower, flax seeds and potato. So let us have a look at vitamin B2, also known as riboflavin. This is a water-soluble vitamin and the role of vitamin B2 is to act as an antioxidant within the body. So it is basically responsible for maintaining healthy blood cells and helps in boosting energy levels and facilitates a healthy metabolism. So if you have a look at this picture, what an antioxidant does is it donates an electron to a damaged blood cell or wherever it is required and therefore makes it healthy again and maintains it. So the deficiency diseases which are caused due to deficiency of vitamin B2 or riboflavin is riboflavin, and a lot of things happen during this particular deficiency. There is corneal vascularization, then there is dermatitis, then there is glossitis, then there is cheiliolysis, anemia, erythroid, and hypoplasia. These are all because of riboflavin or vitamin B2 deficiency. So let us have a look at some of the food sources, and many non-dairy animal products including turkey, sardine, eggs, legumes, and particularly soy foods are good sources of vitamin B2. Besides that, pine nuts, liver, almonds, eggs, cheese, cottage cheese, yogurt, spinach, broccoli, etc. all are good sources of vitamin B2 as well. Let us have a look at the vitamin B3, and this is the third water soluble vitamin, also known as niacin or niacinamide. It has two other forms, which are niacinamide and inositol hexnictonate, and they have a different function from what niacin is. So niacin is the important part, and niacin has a wide range of uses in the body, helps in functioning of the digestive system and skin and nervous system. The deficiency of vitamin B3 causes pellagra. So this is what pellagra looks like. You got these red itchy spots all over your body, and it is quite a bad condition. Then let us have a look at the food sources, and turkey, chicken breast, peanut, mushrooms, liver, tuna, green peas, grass-fed beef all are good sources of vitamin B3. Besides that, broccoli, peanuts, chicken, mushroom, bell peppers, kidney beans are also a good source. Let us have a look at vitamin B5, and this is also known as pantothenic acid. And the health benefits of this particular vitamin is that it elevates conditions like asthma, hair loss, allergies, stress and anxiety, respiratory disorders, and heart problems. So this is an extremely important vitamin for our healthy living. The deficiency disease for this is called paresthesia, and paresthesia is a medical term used to classify symptoms of abnormal sensation in the body. The feeling can best be described as sensation that feels like pins and needles, tingling, prickling, or even burning. Most commonly experienced among individuals as the feeling one has when a limb has fallen asleep. So that prickly feeling that you get when sometimes you keep your foot down for a long time in one position, and this particular feeling of pins and needles when it happens in the hands is basically known as paresthesia and caused due to deficiency of vitamin B5. So which are the good food sources for vitamin B5? Liver and kidney, yeast, egg yolk, broccoli, fish, shellfish, chicken, milk, yogurt, legumes, mushrooms, avocados, sweet potatoes, all are good sources. Besides that, corn, yogurt, broccoli, I've already mentioned those. So these are all good sources of vitamin B5. Cauliflower is a very good source of vitamin B5. The next in the list of vitamin Bs is vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine or pyridoxypyridoxal. Vitamin B6 refers to a group of chemically similar compounds, and these are interconverted into biological systems. So vitamin B6 basically in its active form, which is pyridoxal 5-phosphates, serves as a coenzyme in over 100 enzyme reactions in amino acid, glucose and lipid metabolism. The diseases which are caused due to deficiency of vitamin B6 is anemia. So as you can see from the picture, the red blood cells and the platelet count decreases. Then the next disease which is caused is called peripheral neuropathy. And peripheral neuropathy is loss of nerve fiber function in the peripheral nerves, which are the nerves outside the brain and the spinal cord. So let us have a look at the food sources, and seafood, lean meats, poultry, eggs, legumes, beans and peas, nuts, seeds, soy products, fish, beef, turkey contain high amounts of B6. So as you can see from the picture, even bread has got good amount of B6, which is, and cereals as well. Let us have a look at vitamin B7, also known as biotin, and this occurs in 8 different forms of biotin, but only one of them, which is called D-biotin, occurs naturally and has a full vitamin activity. And biotin can only be synthesized by bacteria, mold, yeast, algae, by different plant species. Vitamin B7 is also known as vitamin H or vitamin B8 and is of course a water soluble vitamin. Then the deficiency diseases which are caused due to lack of vitamin B7 or biotin is dermatitis. So this is what dermatitis looks like: itchy sores all over your skin. Then the next disease which is caused is enteritis, and enteritis can happen due to inflammation of a small intestine. And besides the deficiency of vitamin B7, it is also caused by food or drink contaminated by pathogenic microbes. And the symptoms include abdominal pain, cramping, diarrhea, dehydration, and fever. So let us have a look at the food sources of vitamin B7. And these are egg, yeast, cauliflower, raspberries, bananas, walnuts, almonds. These are all good sources of vitamin B7 or biotin. So things to remember here, that it is also known as vitamin B8 or vitamin H. And let us have a look at the next water soluble compound or vitamin, which is vitamin B9. And this is also known as folic acid or folinic acid, and is also known as folate, which occurs naturally in foods, or folic acid, and is a synthetic folate compound used in vitamin supplements because it gives it an increased stability. The deficiency disease is the neural tube defects, and this is a birth related disease. So as you can see from the picture, this is a normal case. Then in the second case, the head might be shrunken, or there could be a spina bifida, which is a growth of a tail, and this is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B9. Then let us have a look at the food sources. Beans and legumes, citrus fruits, whole grains, shellfish, poultry, green leafy vegetables are all good sources of vitamin B9. Besides that, okra, cauliflower, beets, bell peppers, Brussels sprouts, bean, peas, lentils, seed and nuts, avocado, leafy greens, asparagus, broccoli, papaya, and oranges are more food sources which are rich in folate or vitamin B9 as well. Let us have a look at vitamin B12, and this is also known as cyanocobalamin, hydroxycobalamin, and methylcobalamin. So vitamin B12 ensures the proper functioning of health of nerve tissues, brain functions, and red blood cells. The deficiency disease is called megaloblastic anemia, and the good food sources for vitamin B12 are eggs, milk, cheese, milk products, meat, fish, shellfish, poultry, so clams, then sea products, then some soy and rice beverages, and soy-based meat substitutes which are fortified with vitamin B12. So a good source over here is fish, and as you can see, trout and salmon are very good sources of vitamin B12. Besides that, liver, beef, clams, etc. are also good source. The last water-soluble vitamin or vitamin C is also known as ascorbic acid, and it helps to repair and regenerate tissues, protects against heart diseases, aids in absorption of iron, and prevents scurvy. So as we can know that the deficiency disease is called scurvy, and symptoms of scurvy are, there are many symptoms: swelling and bleeding of gums, and a person is often sick, then he is easily bruised and bleeds, poor wound healing, pain and swelling of the joints, hair and tooth loss, small bleeding around the hair follicles, which is known as corkscrew hair, then small bleeding under the nails, fatigue, dry pale skin. These are all symptoms of scurvy. It is not just a disease of the gums, it is just a part the disease of the gums is. And as you can see, there are different forms. There is bleeding under the nails. Then this is another skin condition which is easily bruising. Then let us have a look at the food sources, and these are bell peppers, dark leafy vegetables, kiwi fruit, broccoli, berries, citrus fruits, tomatoes, peas and papaya. So kiwi fruit, watermelon, mangoes, tomatoes again are another good source of vitamin C. So mangoes are a good source of vitamin A as well as vitamin C. So let us understand something about vitamin D. And this is a fat soluble vitamin and is also known as ergocalciferol or chloecalciferol. And it helps in increasing intestinal absorption of calcium, magnesium, phosphates, zinc, and multiple other biological things. And the diseases which are caused due to deficiency are rickets and osteomalacia. So rickets is a disease of growing bones of children and in which defective mineralization occurs in both bones and cartilage of the epithelial growth plate. So basically it is something like the legs become curved instead of being straight. Then there is osteomalacia, and this is the order of mature bones in adults after epiphyseal plate closure, in which mineralization of the new osteoid bone is inadequate or delayed. So this is a related diseases, both of them, rickets and osteomalacia. And good food sources for vitamin D are fish, egg yolk, meat, fortified beverages, cereals, and milk. The next essential vitamin is vitamin E, also known as tocopherols or tocotrienols. And things to know about vitamin E, it is a fat-soluble nutrient and is found in many foods. In the body, it acts as an antioxidant, helping to protect cells from the damage caused by free radicals. And free radicals are compounds formed when our bodies convert food to get energy. And the deficiency disease are sterility, and this deficiency is extremely rare. And mild hemolytic anemic newborn infants, this is another deficiency caused due to deficiency of vitamin E. The good food sources are dark green leafy vegetables, then nuts, seeds, avocados, shellfish, fish, plant oils, broccoli, squash, fruits, etc. all are good sources. So besides that, coconut oil, sunflower oil, olive oil, broccoli, kale, spinach, all these are good sources of vitamin E. Vitamin K is the last of the fat-soluble vitamins and is also known as phyloquinine or menaquinones. And vitamin K is a group of structurally similar fat-soluble vitamins in the human body and is required for complete synthesis of certain proteins that are prerequisites for blood coagulation and which the body also needs for controlling binding of calcium bones and other tissues. So this is extremely important vitamin, important for blood coagulation. And the diseases which are caused due to deficiency are hemophilia and bleeding diathesis. So what is bleeding diathesis? It is caused by inherited or acquired defects of vessel walls, platelet numbers, functions, coagulation system, and it is characterized by spontaneous bleeding, extensive bleeding from minimal trauma. So basically the blood doesn't clot, and that is because of deficiency of vitamin K. Then let us have a look at the food sources and green leafy vegetables, kale, spinach, turnip greens, collards, asparagus, broccoli, beans, soya beans, eggs, strawberries, meat, fish oils, then parsley, mustard greens, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, fish, liver, meat, eggs, and cereals all contain smaller amounts of vitamin K but are important sources of vitamin K. So, vitamin K is one of those important vitamins because of which we can clearly see and immediately see the deficiency as it is related to coagulation of blood. The blood doesn't coagulate, and there are chances of excessive bleeding and therefore leading to death. So, this is quite an extremely important vitamin to have in our body. So this brings us to the end of this video, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. So thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. If you are an old subscriber, don't forget to press the bell icon for notification of new videos from UPSC Logics. And thank you so much for watching, and Jai Hind.